What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Mark here with the Better Mark. Let's get into these three games coming to you live within the association Monday, April 22nd. Okay, I got 5 official plays that I'll be making for these contests. This is something where we look into what happened over the weekend. Had a great Saturday and obviously going 0-2 on Sunday. So 3-2 on the weekend. Just to recap the first couple round of action within the NBA for the opening round of the playoffs. Okay, and this is something where it's no different, right? We're going to jump right back into it, continuing game twos, where we're going to see the trends continue within home field, or home court, I should say. Unders also have been very, very dominant within these game ones within the NBA playoffs, as well as the play-in games. So look for a little reversion by the books out there, the odds makers, to get back to more even playing field and kind of correct itself within the unders that have been cashing at an extreme rate within the NBA. So let's get down into it. I'll give you guys my official plays and break down each and every game. Make sure you guys subscribe down below. Smash that like button as well. And let's get down into it, okay? Also, we're going to look into the first game on the card. This is something where we're going to break down the Orlando Magic and the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is one where, full disclosure, I kind of want to go to this game. My buddy was looking at second-row tickets for $1,000 a seat, and unfortunately just not going to be able to get there in time with work schedule and travel schedule for him. So that's one where we're not going to be doing it. So let's just take that $1,000 and put it on the Cavaliers tonight. So that'll be our first official play, but let's get down into it. The reasoning, we're going to be taking the Cavs -4.5, okay? For those of you that watched the first game, this is one where it was never really in doubt. I know that the Magic kind of brought it close, but that's even the worst way to go down, right? When you get down big, you fight back, and you feel like you got all the momentum, and it even becomes even more out of reach once the Cavs really put their foot down on the throat of the Orlando Magic. So this is one where we look at it a little bit deeper. And you can see definitely Magic trending in a wrong direction. One of the best ATS teams on the season, but they are 1-5 ATS in their last 5. And I think this continues, especially how we see Donovan Mitchell coming back in full stride. I think that argument has been put to bed. I think he's ready to roll, completely healthy, and I think he's ready to pop. So we're going to have kind of a correlating play as well, where I look for Mitchell to kind of just really go out there. And I think it's going to be a pride thing, right? After how things went down within the Knicks last year and how that series unfolded, I think this is more of a pride thing for these guys. And the trade rumors are out there, but this is something where in the moment, I think Mitchell comes to shine and takes control and care of this series. I think the Cavs are going to win ugly. All right, that's just kind of how I see it. I think it could get possibly a game or two for the Magic at home, but they are a young club. I mean, Ben Caro, if you look at some of the turnover numbers he had in game 1, that's something where you just don't go to bed, you don't go to practice the next day and fix those mistakes, right? That's a mental thing. We see it time and time again within the early rounds of the NBA playoffs. The cream rises to the top, and I think this is something a little bit of a bigger number, but I do see some value even still taking the Cavs early at -5.5. So we are going to be taking the Cavs. Also, I do think Mitchell is going to pop. I think anytime we can get him right now, especially at home where his numbers are a little bit better, to take him on a over with his points total, and we can get that way under the likes of 30. I think he's due for 30. He's good for 30 on any given night. So I see some value taking Mitchell over his points total. So I'm going to lock in the Cavs -4.5. I actually took that at a MGM price at -125, as well as Mitchell over his points, 26.5 out there in the market. So 2 plays for me, kind of correlating in that regard for the Cavs Magic game 2. Okay. Next game up is the 76ers taking on the New York Knicks. I was really impressed about what the Knicks were able to do at home in game 1, especially with still absence of Julius Randle. And the 76ers, this is one where we saw Embiid get banged up, go down, miss some time, able to come back in the second half. And despite the late run by the 76ers and that challenge, it became a really back-and-forth three-point contest. A very fascinating and exciting game to watch, very entertaining from my standpoint also. But this is something where we look at this. We look at the perspective, okay, of the fact that the 76ers have to win this game, okay? it's kind of do or die. You can't go home 0-2. You can, but statistically that doesn't work out too well. I think they go and get this one. I think they have a potential to win this one outright. I'm entertained on that plus 175 money line price, but we're going to take the points, nab them here at plus 5.5 out there in the market, minus 115. Lock that one in, okay? I think we're going to see a little bit more of confidence and control of the game by the 76ers. They pretty much had that in the game one, and then the Knicks came fighting back. I don't believe they're going to shoot that well from three. I know Brunson had an off game, even so in game one. Statistically, his numbers weren't there. I'm worried about the health of Embiid a little bit, but I got to bank the 76ers, kind of get this one done in a must-win, in my opinion. So we're going to just take the points just in case, and I think there's some value in doing so. Also, one of the metrics within Game 1 that really jumped off the page that I don't expect in Game 2 is the likes of the bench scoring. At one point, I think it was 40-5 lopsided in favor of the New York Knicks in terms of bench scoring. I don't think that continues. All right, so I don't think Brunson's also going to have a lackluster game like he had in the first half, at least in third quarter in the Philly game, where he was really cold from the field. I think he only had 3 field goals in the first half or something like that. Nonetheless, I'm still going to nab the points here with the 76ers and do lean towards that under 208.5. That's juiced up at a price of minus 125. So that will be my official play, though. We will be taking the 76ers plus 5.5, okay, officially. And then the last game out there is one where we're going to get behind, I think, a depleted and morale lost Lakers team, okay? I saw the look of defeat on LeBron's face after losing that game one, right? If you're going to steal a game at Mile High and get one against the Nuggets, that's going to happen in game one. And LeBron knows that. Those veteran players on the Lakers know that. And this is something where you see this even jump out more so in their favor, okay? This is something where, look at some of the injury concerns too, right? LeBron, I know he'll be good to go, but he banged up his wrist, I think, towards the end of the game. All right, and that's something where when you look at this against the Nuggets, and if one or two of those guys within him and AD aren't able to suit up, or they're even less than 100%, this is something where this is a championship pedigree team within the Denver Nuggets. I think that we're going to see just an outstanding performance by Jokic. I think that we didn't really get, despite as how good as it was, I don't think we got it in game one. I know. He did not have a triple-double where you almost expect it in some stretch of imagination. But I truly think that this is a very smart, very well-rounded in terms of a playoff team. We know the pedigree. The pedigree is there. I think the Nuggets really look for this to take advantage of home field. This is why I had a series bet before the playoffs started where we took the Nuggets minus 1.5 on the series outcome. I thought that was one of my favorite bets on the board. And the Nuggets got tested, right? The Lakers had that halftime lead, or it might have been even tied at halftime. No, it was they had a halftime lead because LeBron hit that three right before for almost a half court shot. So, but yeah, it basically was evened up. But the Lakers were up 14 points, I believe, at one point in that first half. So, had me going a little bit. I was able to scoop some Denver money line live. Probably not going to do that in this game because I don't think Denver gets down like that. I always wait in game ones a little bit sometimes just due to the sheer premise that if you're going to steal a game on the road, it's going to be game one. That's just kind of how I feel about it. And statistically, that backs me up as well. So we're going to go back to the well, though. It's kind of my thing. I do it time and time again. I don't bet against Denver at home in the playoffs. And even at a price at -7, I think that's something where you can't do it here as well. So we're going to continue that. And if the Lakers come out they cover the number or they get the job done winning outright. Well, I'm going to tip my cap, but it's kind of a class, a pedigree play, and just the fact that I think that the Lakers know that it's over before it actually is, and we're going to get behind the Nuggets to win by margin, probably 10-plus points tonight if I had to make a guess and an actual prediction. But also, we're going to piggyback off of that, and if that's going to happen, we're going to correlate just like we did with the Mitchell play. We're going to take the Jokic over points and rebounds, all right? That number is climbing, all right? Get it right now at 41, where we had kind of an off night, to be honest, and I think Jokic really gets down into their kind of game, the game that he wants to play. So I look for Jokic to cash that. I got it at minus 122, a little bit higher than I'd like, but it's something where still while that number's under 41, close to 40, that's where we're going to be taking that at a minus 122 price. So those are my 5 official plays. So appreciate you guys rocking with me here on the channel. Baseball picks are up. That video has just been released. We've been extremely hot for the month of April. Make sure you guys all as well, if you do want to, I appreciate you. Appreciate all my channel members, but if you guys want to, make sure you guys all sign up for a channel membership. Join the official TBM channel where we have a lot of stuff cool coming, a lot of stuff going to be unveiled here very shortly with that are in the works right now as we're speaking. Okay, but just here's a quick recap: 5 official plays. Mitchell over 26.5 points. Cavs minus 4.5. 76ers plus 5.5. Denver minus 7, and Jokic over points and rebounds at 41. Those will be my 5 official plays within these 3 contests tonight. So good luck out there tonight, guys. Make sure you guys all cash some tickets. Please subscribe on your way out if you have not already done so. Smash that like button and let me know what you guys will be betting. Appreciate you all. Thanks again, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Cheers.